Wow,
Nice.
that's
Um,
impressive.
but that was in March.
That's impressive.
Like a month and a half after doing Dice Tower West by myself, I just like couldn't even look at the game.
Oh, yeah. You're
I was
just like,
just
I'm
so
done.
Well, we're live.
Nice.
So, why don't we do some intros?
Very well. I'll start. I'm Jack. Jack Dunbar, New Kingdom Gaming. Yeah, happy to be here co-hosting with
Yeah.
Evan Halbert.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm Evan Halbert. I guess I do have a game company name called Portland Gamecraft, but it's not, you wouldn't know it from anywhere. Just my name is on a box, but aside from that. And we're here with Wes, another playtester, who we actually had on the show a couple of shows ago for his wunderbar game Forge.
Yeah.
Yes.
June 16th.
What? Is that when it goes live?
That's when Wes was on.
Oh, that's when Wes was on. Okay, you actually
Yeah.
have stats and things. That's good. That's good co-host stuff. Wes?
Glad to be here. West Fundamental Games. Happy to outrun a bear today.
TheFundamentalGames.com.
Dun, dun,
Nice.
dun.
And Sam, who has been on before as a playtester and now for the first time under the gun as the game designer.
Very
Give us a
appealing.
yeah, give us a little intro and then teach away.
I'm Sam Barmettler, hopeful soon to be self-publisher of Outrun the Bear. This is the first game that I've taken to this particular point where it really will be going to Kickstarter and seeing if people actually believe in it. So excited to be here.
Yeah, excited to have you. Excited to see one of your designs. Maybe I'll beat you at this.
It's fun. We have to be nice
people
to
beat me
Sam.
at this all the time. And
Oh, yeah.
good news for you, Evan. No victory points. So no your score.
You can't double my score. That's fair. I like that.
Evan, we do have to be nice to Sam because he's our most consistent viewer.
That's true. That is true. I'll keep it nice. Okay, go ahead and give us a teach.
Okay, so this is Outrun the Bear. The goal of Outrun the Bear is for you to run for your lives with your little campers going from this starting campsite here to the safety of the parking lot without being eaten by this giant hungry bear. In order to do that, you end up managing a hand of cards. Cards come in 3 different varieties. We have green action cards. These cards are played as a simple action during your turn. They all have a pretty easy to understand effect. For example, this steel card would let you take 2 cards from another player, and then also you get to follow up with playing another card.
Mm-hmm.
You've got blue equipment cards. These cards are played face up in front of you. You can only have one of them down at a time. If you play another, it replaces the one that you're there, and the one that you was there goes to the discard pile. And these cards have passive effects that will help you out throughout your run. They can be quite beneficial. And then you have orange reaction cards. These cards do not require an action for you to play. Instead, they have a simple trigger that's kind of self-explanatory when you read the card, and then they get you a bonus effect. Quick play cards that you're able to do in other people's turns. Like I said, the goal is for you to be able to move from this campsite to the parking lot. So in order to do that, you will go through your turn by first resolving the terrain that you're on. So not only do you have to run from a giant hungry bear, you have to do it through a giant national park that works much like an obstacle course. So you have different terrain types that you have to deal with at the beginning of your turn. They're shown on these reference cards. You have walking path that has no effects. You have bramble, which lets you not take a sprint action. I'll get to actions in a minute. River terrain, which moves you forward 1 space. Slippery slope terrain, which would move you back until you reach a non-slippery slope terrain. And rest areas, which let you either equip an equipment card without it costing an action, or discard a card to draw a card. I should actually have this all set up already, but these tiles are dealt out randomly at the beginning of the game to determine what the park will look like.
Ooh.
Yep. All right, so as you see, we have all of the terrain that we're going to deal with. Then, trying to remember where I am now, actions. So if you look at the reference card, you are able to take 4 different types of actions. You can crawl to move 2 spaces. Moving is moving into any adjacent space. And if another player occupies a space adjacent to you, you can actually treat any space adjacent to them as adjacent to you. So you can move here as 1 space. This green player can move here as 1 space. That is actually a game effect called passing and will trigger certain cards and effects.
Sweet.
Then your next action is the sprint action. This guarantees that no cards ever are dead in your hand. Basically, you can discard 3 cards to move a total of 5 spaces for that 1 action. Or you can play an action card as an action or equip an equipment card as an action. At the end of the round, what will end up happening is we're going to take cards from this discard pile, flip it over, and we'll take out a number of cards based on these paws that are on the board behind whoever's in first place. And then we'll add up the numbers in the top left corner of that, and that will determine how far the bear moves. So, for example, if someone was here, we would have pulled out 3 cards, and the bear would move 2 spaces. And the bear moves on this outer track with these spaces right here.
So when has the bear caught you? If he's on your space or right behind your space?
So the bear will move that number of spaces or until it overtakes someone, whichever comes first. When it overtakes someone, that person's out. Okay. There are cards that can save you from it, but your equipment card, your hand, everything is just out of the game. The game actually plays pretty fast. Right now, latest playtests have been about 7 minutes per player.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, trying to think, did I miss anything? Got all the terrain, got passing.
Is the timer a component of the game, or do you just run that when you play test?
That's just for playtest reasons.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Oh, the other thing. So go ahead and everyone pick a runner.
Red run.
I want to be this guy.
My runner.
Green.
And put them in the campsite that's here. Yep.
Does it matter where we start in the campsite?
Nope. It's just 1 giant space.
I think I'm in the lead.
Yeah. Who's who?
Oh wait, there's 2 greens.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I'll forfeit my green. I feel like my guy is the most like whatever. So.
I've got a ponytail, a green top, and some blue track pants.
Oh, okay. Wes, what are you wearing?
I have a basketball.
Okay. I'm gonna be this person with the perm.
All right. Go ahead and take yellow here.
Oh.
I just switched internet service providers and my ping is really high. I'm kind of disappointing. So hopefully that doesn't mess up too much. So now we have to give the, that's what disappeared at the beginning of the game. There's a problem.
Import token.
Yep.
You might, I don't know if you need to lock down the boards, or did you already do that?
Oh yeah, these should be locked. So there's a token that's the bear's turn token that I just gotta import in here.
The bear's turn token, you say?
Yep.
Okay.
So what's going to happen is at the end of each round, it will be the bear's turn.
Mm.
So this marks which player is the last player in the round.
What's the difference between a round and a turn?
You have one turn in a round. A round is everyone's taking a turn.
Okay. So the bear takes as many turns as players do.
Yep.
Okay.
With one small exception, but that's due to cards.
Okay. Sure.
So who was the last person to have seen a bear?
Ooh.
You?
Let's see. The last time I saw a bear was last August.
I saw drop bears on Kickstarter. Does that count?
Does this bear count?
No, not for this purpose.
Okay. That's fine.
The other thing is whose birth date comes next. That's the simpler one. I'm in November.
Also November.
Ooh.
I'm a Libra.
Ooh. Wes is first. I'm in January, so.
So that would actually put Wes, are you red or green?
Red.
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 All right. So we're going to give this bear's turn marker to Wes. So Wes is actually going to be the last player this round. Now, here's the thing. At the end of the round, the bear's turn marker will be passed counterclockwise while play goes clockwise. So if you go last one round, you go first the next round.
Oh.
Yep. Cool. And we all start with 2 cards. Oops,
Should I draw 2 from this runner deck here?
Yep, just draw 2 from the runner deck.
Sweet.
And that would put Jack his first player.
I'm first.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Actions. What can I do? I can move
So
2
first
spaces.
you have the terrain, and
Yeah.
you're in the campsite, which works like rest areas too.
Okay, great. So in the campsite, you can discard a card to draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I'm just gonna crawl. I'll just take a very simple, let's just take the walking path and just start moving.
Okay. And then
That's me.
you have the draw step of your turn. So you draw 2 cards and then it's the end of your turn.
Oh, draw 2 cards. Got
Yep.
it. Okay. Sweet.
Good, huh?
Goes to Evan.
Goes to me. Now, am I reading this right? Where the river, wherever I start, I move forward 1 space?
Yeah, if you start your turn in the river, you move forward 1 space.
That seems like a plan. So I am going to.
I didn't even think about that. The river is actually good.
I'm going to.
It's like a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
almost
gonna.
away from the
I'm gonna move 2 spaces. Beep, beep. Whoa, that's not the spot I want to go.
All right. And then draw 2 cards.
Oh.
When could a player be said to be blocking you?
So that's a reaction card called block, which keeps them from. They're able to play it to say that you cannot pass them.
Okay.
So I will go ahead, and I'm actually going to use this terrain to discard a card and draw a card. And then I'll go ahead and play this energy drink to move myself 4 spaces. 1. I'm going to pass Evan here. 2, 3, 4.
You're pumping up the bear's potential movement. That's not cool.
Mhm.
Oh,
And then to Wes. Now, if there were no cards in the discard pile for the bear, we would actually pull the cards off the runner deck.
oh, okay.
Did you draw 2 cards?
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm going to follow your movement and use the picnic table to discard a snack pack because I'm not hungry. Discard that and draw a card. Is that right?
Yep.
Then I can move 2 because I don't have 3 cards to discard. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't choose the river. So Mr. Classic Redshirt Gonna Die First Star Trek guy moves 2 and then gets to go an extra 1. Is that right?
Mhm.
All right, and then I draw 2 cards.
Yep.
Sweet. Now it's the bear's turn.
Yep.
Bear.
Well, I made the worst decision.
So we flip
Yep.
these over. Now I'm only ahead of 2 of these bear paws.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only going to be 2. So the bear should move 3 spaces. Yep.
Ooh. Yikes. Okay, so playing better cards moves the bear further along.
Yep.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So we just move the bear 1, 2, 3.
Damn.
Go to the bottom of the runner deck.
Bear sound effects. Rawr.
Bam. Roar.
I have not learned how to make an impressive mod like that, Wes. You got sound and everything. Crackling.
Oh, Wes can teach you.
Yeah.
What do you have in that picnic basket?
Is someone forging?
So this bear's turn marker would be passed to me now, and then a new round starts with Wes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. I'm on the river, so I get a free movement.
Yep.
Slip and slide 1 forward. Then choose an action. I can play a blue card, or I can play a green card, or I can crawl or sprint. All right. Well, I think I'm going to play a steal card. The player that's in the lead. Who's yellow?
Me.
Ooh.
Do you get to pick the cards, or do I?
You just take 2 cards from me out of my
Right.
hand, but my hand is hidden from you. So
Which one are you? You're the blue lettering?
Yeah.
All right, so 1 card. And 2 cards. Yeah. All right, so I've done that, and then I can play another card.
Mhm.
Sneaky. Oh. I'm gonna try a bear call and really leave you guys in the lurch. Says I get to place this card on the bottom of the discard pile and move 5 spaces forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See you later.
Wow.
So you passed me, so you actually should have 1 more movement.
1 more. All right. It doesn't matter where I pass you, you always give me an extra spot.
Yeah.
Right. Token isn't snapping to that spot for some reason. But we know where I am.
Yeah.
And then I draw 2 more cards. Is there a hand limit?
Nope.
All right.
No
You
hand
got-
limit. Okay. Let's see. I get to take 1 action. I am going to I think I'm gonna. Okay, so you do terrain, then action, then draw 2.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Wes. I have no idea why it's doing that.
Yeah, it's odd because I can see your grid.
Yeah.
Snap is centered.
I'm gonna take a sprint action, so I can discard 3 cards. So I'm gonna discard this push pull.
Mhm.
I don't. Sorry about that. Something weird, internet weirdness. So I'll take that. I'll take plant. I'll take tackle. I'll
Is it
drop
maybe
all of those.
snapping to the center of your tile?
4, 5.
Oh yeah, that's. Thank you. That's exactly what it is.
And then I'll draw 2 cards, and that's my move.
So you sprinted?
Mm-hmm.
How far could a bear possibly move? Definitely not 4.
Potentially 6 spaces right now.
I doubt it.
Actually 7.
What?
Oh, right, because it's 3 cards now.
Wow.
Well, let's see. I start on a river, so I move forward.
Doggy.
And then
Is that
I
because it's
will-
based on where, like, how many cards are drawn is based on where the last
I
player,
guess it
the player with
doesn't
the bear
matter.
token is?
I know it's based on where whoever's out in front is.
Oh, okay.
And then at the risk of dying, I'm gonna, instead of move, well, maybe I should just move. So 1, 2, sprinting. Move. Okay, so if I'm not quite sure how movement works. So if I sprint, how far will I go?
So 1 would put you here.
Uh-huh.
Then you would pass me for 2 here. Pass Jack for 3, 4, and then you could pass West for 5 here or here.
Okay. So normal movement. I'm gonna do.
Yeah, if you crawl, you'd be in front of me.
I'm gonna go 1, 2. Crawling would just get me there, right?
Yep.
Oh, you already moved your river spot?
I did already move my river.
Oh, okay. I missed it.
Yep.
And go ahead and draw your 2 cards. I'm going to go ahead and yeah, I'm going to try to crawl because I only got 1 card. 1,
There is no try.
and that would pass Evan and Jack. 2.
Wow. Okay. Sweet.
So Bear's turn now. Pull off 3 of these. Sorry, the internet's being awful. So that's 6 spaces for the Bears.
6. Wow.
Wow, good thing I moved, huh?
Him here. Each one of these tiles is exactly 10, so that'd be a total of 9.
Good thing
Oh,
I
okay.
moved.
That's nice. That's good to know. Wow. All right. So then the bear token moves to
Yikes.
Evan, and you're first, Sam. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yikes.
And all these cards go to the bottom of the runner deck. If I can ever do.
The 3 is gone.
Do you want me to do it, Sam?
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. And then move all of the discard to the bottom of the runner deck?
Yep.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
So terrain has no effect for me. So I'm going to play a push-pull here.
Ooh, interesting.
And I'm going to target Wes with this.
Red shirt, red shirt.
So this is 1 here, and then 2 puts them all the way back here.
Oh, man.
That's not cool. That's not
And
cool.
then I'll move myself. So here.
Oh wow.
Draw my 2 cards.
It's all good.
Okay, Wes is up.
There's no effect on my walking path, so I'm going to startle Evan. Evan, you
What?
must discard half of your hand, and I get to move 2 spaces for each card you discard.
Oh
I discard
wow.
half my hand.
Just half. It's a good half.
Now
Just
you do get
half.
to choose which cards you discard, though.
Does that round up or down?
Got it.
Rounds up.
So
6 spaces.
Yep.
So there's 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to take the river path.
oh wow, why didn't I play that card?
Well, you still could play a card here. If you have a reaction card.
Not that affects that.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Sorry.
Okay.
You had the most cards. You were an easy target.
Well, I had 2 of those. Apparently, I should have been paying attention to what I could do.
I get to draw 2 cards.
Oh, wait, where'd my card go? Wait, where'd my other card? I had another card.
I moved it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Sneaky Jack.
Nice
Sorry.
try.
And Jack, it's your turn.
Is it? Okay. Is Evan done? You're done with your discards?
Not quite.
You still have 1 more to discard.
There we go.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm gonna I have no terrain effect on the walking path, so I'm just gonna push pull as well. And I'm gonna pull Sam back too.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna move 1, 2 spots ahead.
And I'm going to play this catch-up card because you passed me this turn, which lets me place myself adjacent to you.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, and now I'll draw 2 cards. Can you play a card that you just drew at the end of your turn? Or
You don't have an action after you draw cards, but a reaction card any point once it's in your hand, if it can be played.
because could I play this card? Because you just passed me.
So I passed
no?
you during your action step of your turn,
Okay.
not
And
during your draw step. Yep.
then the draw step. Okay, cool.
And also specifically with catch-up actually doesn't require movement. This particular card.
Oh, okay.
The blocking doesn't actually do anything.
Oh, okay. All right.
Back to me.
That's me.
All right, I should have been paying attention to these cards more. So I'm gonna do a long rest. I'm gonna draw 2 cards, then play another card.
Looks like my guy.
Nice.
So, bloop. Then
Pick up those cards you lost.
I'm gonna take 2 cards from the discard pile and then play another card. So, search. Let's take whoop. Oh, this didn't go to my hand. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. And then I'm going to play another card. I'm going to play their call. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like so.
Right. So Bear's turn now. So Evan, you want to take care of the Bear's turn since you got the marker?
Okay. So I'm going to, let's see, we've got 3 bear paws, and is it just the top of the discard deck? Is that what you said?
Flip it over. It's the bottom of the discard.
Oh, so it's definitely going to be
Yeah.
the one I just played.
That bear call will always end up affecting the bear's movement. There's also a honey pot, which lowers the bear's movement.
Woo! Are we all dead?
7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That does overtake both of you.
All right.
Both of us. Okay. I'm gonna play car keys. When the bear would get you, discard this card to move every runner 2 spaces, then finish moving the bear.
I'm gonna shock that because I don't like my friends.
Oh no. All right. Well, I guess I'm dead.
Unless
Is that
Evan
right?
happens to have ham.
I doubt it. Let me look. I don't think so. My only reaction.
If you have only reaction.
Oh, I do have a reaction. I can play catch up.
Catch up won't do anything for you here.
No,
Nobody passed you.
I thought. Oh no, I started at the back this round.
So the cards that could help you here are ham or sleeping bag.
Okay, I'm dead.
Nice. All right. Well, the bear got us.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. And then these just all go back at the bottom of the runner deck.
Yep.
In order? Are they shuffled or?
No, just to the bottom.
Okay.
Your cards stay out of the game. Now the game does go until everyone has reached the parking lot, been eaten by the bear, or there's only one player left standing. So there's 2 different ways you can win. Either doing what Wes did and making it so your friends can't save themselves. Or
Sorry.
Do we discard our cards from our hand?
Wes. Nope. Those
Okay.
just out of
They're
the
just
game.
out. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So all energy drink 1, 2, 3, 4, and then draw 2. And then it's Wes's turn.
I will see your energy drink and also wait. I get a free movement from the river first, and then I can energy drink for 4. So 1, 2, 3. Do I want to? I can move up to 4. I don't have to move 4, do it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'll move 4.
Okay.
And then I draw 2 cards. And the bear.
Yeah, the bear will be 4 cards. So if either of these is more than a 1, I'm out. And Wes wins. Yep.
Crunch.
Red shirt wins. Anti-Star Trek.
Why is the bar? Why did the bear move 4 spaces?
The bear would have moved 5 spaces because it was 4 cards.
Oh.
So I was only 1 ahead of it, and there was 4 movement there.
Oh, I see.
If I had
Okay.
stayed on the picnic table, I would be dead. So it's a good thing I got stuff there.
Wow. All right. Outrun the bear. We didn't.
We did. We did not.
Nice. Should we play it again, Evan, before doing feedback, or should we do feedback?
I think
What do you think?
we should try it one more time.
I think
No?
we should. Yeah, I think we should play
I
again.
think we should play it one more time.
Let's do it. I won't be so evil this time. I'll be the friend instead of the.
That's what they always say.
It's a
Yeah.
You can trust me
Wes,
this time.
Is this the kind of take that player you are? You can trust me this time.
The first time, shame on you.
I'll never trust you again.
Second time, shame on me.
No, I'm gonna trust Wes against. I just have a feeling. Look at that smile.
It's now a co-op game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right.
I
I
got a
am actually
feeling.
in the works on a straight co-op deck because it is possible to play the game kind of cooperatively.
Yeah.
Not really, but It's there was some prisoner dilemma inspiration in making the game.
I'm going to switch my player color, Jack, so that you don't
Okay.
trust the guy in the red shirt, but you might trust the guy
Okay.
in the plaid shirt with the blue jeans.
Nice.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to go femme. I'm going to be the girl in the tank top. You can call me Tank Girl.
Tank Girl. I did enjoy Tank Girl quite a bit.
Who wants to go first? Who's the first one out? Jack,
I was the first. No, we can't. We went out at the same time.
I need to pick my. Huh. Okay, so this tank top that's US.
Yep, I'm Tank Girl.
I'm gonna be nervous, kid.
Nervous kid. Oh yeah. Shy kid, big ears. All right.
Yeah, shy kid, big ears. That's yeah.
Actually, it looks like my dad is a kid.
Yeah.
Jack, I'll bestow you with the bear.
Still me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So does that mean I go first or I go last?
You go last in the first round.
So we draw 2 cards. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. Restart the timer.
Yep.
So I'm gonna. Ooh.
I can go.
I go first. Is that true?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Babe.
This one. Okay. I am going to discard a card to draw a card.
All right.
That's what the table does. I see what I could have done last game. Muchos más mejor. Okay, so I'm gonna go 4 spaces.
Energy.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Play a long rest.
I draw 2.
Nice. Okay.
Let Evan draw his 2 cards first. And then it won't do much for me, but I'm gonna go ahead and startle Wes because he did so well last time.
I'm gonna discard my startle.
Nice.
2 spaces.
He really is playing nice this time.
Just to prove I'm not gonna startle anybody.
I trust him.
You're too trusting.
That
And
means
what's
it's
his
my
turn?
turn?
Well, he regained my trust, Evan. What am I supposed to do?
What do you expect me to do? I love it.
Play
I love
my
it.
energy drink. I can move 4, but I get to skip both of these players. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Very nice.
Energy drink. Hold on. I've got something to say about that.
Oh, come on, Evan.
Actually, you know what? I do.
I thought you liked tank.
Yeah.
I'm gonna block.
I moved the wrong
Wes.
person.
So
Nice.
you've got 1 movement to there. You can't move past me. Of course, you could use your movement to backtrack.
So that's 1, and then 2, 3, 4. Is that what you're saying? Well
Gotcha.
played. Well played. Vengeance against last game. I get it. I'll draw 2 cards.
Interesting. Okay. Nice. All right. On my turn, I'm gonna equip my climbing gear.
Ooh.
Which allows me to move 1 space on the bear's turn.
I see.
And then I'm gonna play push pull. And I'm gonna pull Evan back 2 spaces. Is it 7?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're gonna do that.
Ooh,
Alright.
stop your runner from being moved. Nice. Do I still move 2 spaces?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll still move to here.
You're vaulting over the planted player.
Then I'll draw 2. And that's
All
it.
right. And then it's the bear's turn. Want to handle it?
Sure. So I flip this over and just
Yeah, don't
draw
forget
2.
Climbing gear first.
What's that? Oh, move 1 space.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. And then
I
draw
don't,
2 cards off the deck.
I don't think you're gonna move past me.
Oh, okay.
No, wait.
Yeah,
I'll wait. I'll
We'll
wait.
have the river
It's
terrain
fine.
afterwards,
It's fine.
anyways.
I'll wait.
So the bear's going to move 4 spaces.
Yep.
Oh, whoops. It turned.
Oh, are you on a 60-degree angle?
I must be. Here, I'll tone it down.
Calm down now.
Aha. 4 spaces.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Is that where I should be?
You were at the right spot. Yeah.
Okay. Because the first space does count.
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. All right. Whew. All right. And then the bear token goes to Evan
Mhm.
or counterclockwise.
Or counterclockwise, yeah.
So it goes to Wes.
Yep.
Cool. So does that make me the first player?
Yep.
All right. Nice.
Nice.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna play. I am no longer on river terrain. So I'm just gonna play an energy drink.
Jump, jump, jump.
2, 3, 4. So I'll go 4 spaces.
Whoa!
Whoa. Whoa. All right, there we go. All
Kids flipping out.
right, and then I draw 2 cards,
Mhm.
and it's Evan's turn.
All right. I am gonna go.
See the bear's walking backwards.
First, I move forward, and then I just go 2 spaces. That's it. I draw 2 cards.
Yep.
No big deal.
Go ahead and play this honey pot. Be a little cooperative and friendly. Or
What is it?
actually, first I got the river. And then I'll play this honey pot and move myself here.
And that goes on the bottom of the discard.
Yeah.
Cool.
My turn.
Yep.
Nothing for my sand. I'm not going to play a card, so I just crawl 1, 2 spaces in the brambles. Draw 2 cards, and I'm done.
Oh.
So then we just flip the discard.
Yep.
I would move my climbing gear.
Yep.
And
Wow.
so 2. Looks like the bear's moving 2.
So there should be 3 cards. Oh, and it is a 0. So when there aren't enough cards in the discard pile, you just pull from the top of the runner deck.
Oh, because the first player is out in front.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
And I get to go first.
The bear's not as slow
Yeah.
as the slowest person. You just have to be faster than the slowest person.
Start with a long rest. Anybody denying that, or can I proceed?
What is it?
Proceed. You
can
may
You can
rest.
probably do it. We'll see how it affects me.
Yeah.
Anybody has a shared rest? You can play it now. Where am I? Brambles. Now I can crawl again. 1 and 2. That's my turn. Draw 2 cards.
Okay. I'm also going to play a long rest. So I'll draw 2. I don't have any terrain effects. And then I'm going to play an energy drink, and I'll move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3,
Wow.
4 spaces. Then I'll draw 2.
I'm going to card 1, 2,
Sprinting.
3 to move 5. 1, 2, 4, 5.
Nice.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
and I have to
steal
draw 2.
from Jack.
Ooh. All right.
I'm gonna flip your cards over.
Oh, you get to choose.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, I thought it would be blind.
No, it is blind for me, but by flipping them over, nobody sees them.
Oh, I
Oh.
see. Gotcha.
Take this one,
Oh, okay.
this one.
Hmm.
Then I'll steal from Jack again because I don't want Jack sprinting up there.
Oh no. All
That's
right.
brutal.
I'm trying to be nice to Jack, but somebody else is out to get you.
Yeah.
Deal. That's brutal.
That's brutal. Okay. All right.
All
And then
right.
Sam gets to play another card. Wow.
Then I will push pull. Oh man. I mean, this is just a smart move. Sorry here, Wes. You got a lot of cards. You'll be fine.
Tank Girl doesn't mind. He'll find a way.
Wow. Okay.
All right, so we got
Nice.
3.
Yeah. There's
Ooh.
4.
Could have been
We're pretty
worse.
slow this game.
That could have been worse.
Hello, bear.
Pass this.
Hello there.
The bear has a bear stuck into his fur. It's a nice touch.
What does it have?
If you look at the bear's ass, there's a little bear, sorry, in his fur.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
On the other side?
Yeah, on the back of the bear.
He's also wearing a bunny slipper, which I approve.
Yes.
Go ahead and sprint.
Nice.
Bear's all over the place now. I don't know who's controlling the bear, but he's not in his position.
Was he at 10?
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he was.
Oh no, I messed him up now.
My turn.
Yep.
All right.
What is
Oh.
happening? He's spinning.
Yeah.
I'm in the brambles.
The
I can't-
bear's out of control.
He was chasing us down, running backwards.
Yeah. Okay.
He's just
nice.
showing off, that bear.
Wait,
Bless you.
thanks. What am I gonna do in the bramble? I'm like lost in the middle of nowhere.
Lost my pencil.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
do
there it
a-
is.
I'm gonna do a bear call.
Uh,
That goes to the bottom of the deck. Sorry, guys.
ooh.
Dire Straits here. He's gonna get us all. I get to move 5. I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, and then jump ahead of all of you. Why is the blue just move?
Because of my
Should've
climbing
moved with the
shoes. Right?
climbing gear.
Yeah. hmm
Okay, I'm there then. Draw 2 cards and pass the turn.
Oh, I forgot to draw my 2.
What do climbing shoes do? Anytime somebody would pass you, you move up one?
Anytime
On the
bear
bear's
gets-
turn.
It's not
Yeah,
the
on the
bear's.
bear's turn, he gets 1 free movement.
Not the bear's turn.
I
The last bear's turn, Jack.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, gotcha.
I just missed it.
Gotcha.
Now it's your turn, Jack.
Okay, let's see. I am going to play catch up on Wes, and well, actually, no, he didn't pass me. Never mind.
Nope.
I'm not going to do that. I can't. Do
I would have passed you, but then you remembered your climbing gear.
that. Yeah, and then I remembered. What?
Oop, I shouldn't be there. I'm out.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be there. Okay, so what am I going to do? I guess I can. I guess all I could do is crawl. So I'm gonna crawl. I'll just crawl into this rocky terrain, and I'll
Huh.
draw 2. And that's me.
That's a walking path.
You're scared of the brambles, are you?
I am.
Scared of the brambles.
not-
I'm
yeah.
gonna. That seems like a good plan. So let's see. Who's got a bunch of cards?
It's Wes.
It's Wes.
I might have a few cards.
I will startle Wes.
I'm not startleable, but nice try, Bucko. You get no
Ugh.
movement. Bam!
Does that mean I'm just stuck there?
Yep.
Wow. So okay, I draw 2 cards and might die.
Now you got me between you and the bear. So
All right, that's fair.
no matter what, the bear should stop where I get.
Does the bear stop and just eat one person?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. You guys just happen to be on the same level left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too busy eating Sam to keep chasing you.
That circumstance.
So Evan, you want to flip the deck and move the bear?
Oh, okay.
Probably doesn't, but he will.
Flip. I don't, but that's okay.
Oh, and I get
Yeah,
to
I guess.
move a space. So
1,
won't forget that.
2, 3.
Still
Might
not
have
very
dodged-
good.
You might have dodged the bear
Flip
call.
and see.
6. Eesh.
It's
6. Oh, that catches him up
It
to
is
Sam.
6.
I'll go ahead and play this delicious ham, which will stop the bear one space behind me.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Delicious ham.
Pork.
Pass the bear's turn marker to Jack,
Okay.
and then a new round starts with Evan.
Okay.
All right.
I am standing right there. I will. Wowza. Well, that's kind of nice. Would want to do that. But
Can
I'm
you
gonna-
push pull any player, or do they have to be in front of you?
Any player.
Oh, interesting.
You've got fantastic forearms. Come on.
Yeah.
I think I'm
I had it for a
gonna.
while. They had to be within a certain range of you, but it just ended up making the cards too wordy and didn't actually add that much to the game.
Yeah.
Operational, right?
I think I'm just gonna discard 3 cards. And then move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I might just stop right there. Let me double check. Yes, I will stop right there.
All right. I'm going to crawl. Passing Wes right here.
Hello. All right. My turn.
Yep.
I'm not hurting anybody, but I am going to steal just to try to get an extra card. So I'll start by stealing from Sam. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Either side. Draw those, and now I get to play another card.
You stole my strategy.
Yeah.
Second steal.
Specifically the card that was key. No, the card that was key to my strategy.
Oh,
I will now
Yeah.
steal from Jack.
okay. Chaining steals. I love it. Here, I'll flip my cards over.
You can actually right click and draw right into your hand.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
It's quite the action I hear that happened. Wow. Okay. So now I get to play one more card. Oh, if I was smart, I would have done Spotlight first. Whoops. Now I'm going to run like mad. So I'm gonna discard a Spotlight and a large pack and some swimwear.
Okay, so you can't sprint here.
Oh, that's right. I already played a card.
Yeah, those cards say you can play a card.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. So I
Interesting.
probably want to move somewhere. Where am I? I'm at the end of the pack. Or
Yeah, don't stay there.
I guess I don't have a choice but to push pull. Just so I can get a movement. Now I do have to do something mean. Now it says I can move another two spaces. That means I can push them.
Yep.
So I'm gonna push yellow up 2.
Oh,
And I'm
that's
gonna
very
move up
nice
2.
of you.
There you go. I'm still at the back. I'm bear bait. Go ahead.
Interesting.
It's team effort.
Interesting.
You could have been
Wow. Okay,
much
so
much meaner
my
with that.
turn. As a show of good faith for Wes, I'm gonna push him to 2 spaces.
What?
Oh, thanks, buddy.
So he's gonna be up here in the bramble. I'm gonna move up 2 spaces. Then I'm gonna.
What?
Then
Draw
it's the
2
bear's turn, so I'm gonna move a space.
Well, first you got to draw your 2
Uh,
cards. Yep.
Oh yeah, I'll draw 2 cards. I did move my bear space though. Then I'm
You barely moved.
yeah. Yep. So now, do I draw 4? I draw
Yep.
4. Oh no,
Yikes.
the bear is catching somebody, and
Ah,
it will be
this-
Sam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ooh, not quite.
But you have a way to stop that bear.
Not quite.
All right, Sam is first.
Oh, we're all alive still. Wow.
No, this goes to Wes. You're first, Jack.
Oh, cool. All right, great, nice. I'm gonna play an energy drink and book it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops.
Oh, cheater.
Draw 2 cards.
Yep.
Your turn.
My turn?
Yep.
I am going to play an energy drink and go 1, 4. Whoa.
Does that mean you're
Uh,
passing me? Pass me around?
Yes.
Then I'm going to play a reaction card.
Okay.
But it's not going to hurt you. If you're
Excellent.
my friend. I'm going to discard this ketchup card to place my guy adjacent to your guy.
Oh, nice.
Does that mean I can go way up here? into the
Yep.
cover?
Yep.
Oh. Yeah, bear.
Sorry, Jack. You got to catch up somehow.
Oh no, that's cool.
Stop.
I don't know what's happening here. Are you in the brambles?
Yeah, I'm in the
Okay.
bramble.
Okay. There we go. Nice.
Well, I'm gonna long rest to draw 2 cards. And
Now
I'm-
it's
Wait, what is next to a runner mean?
what is what?
Ketchup puts him next to, and it looks like he jumped in front of.
Yeah, any space that's adjacent to your space.
Okay.
Go ahead and pull this one. This one.
Hairspray?
Yep.
Oh, 2 cards from the discard.
And I'll go ahead and play a long rest.
Okay.
I'm going to share that rest.
All right.
Although I'm lagging, so my card won't play.
Oh, you're gonna play a short rest?
I'm trying, but I can't drag a card out of my hand for some reason.
And I'm playing
I don't
this
know if
energy.
I have a bad connection or what, but I can't even.
Yeah, it's
Can't move my
my
card.
internet's fault.
Oh yeah, your connection's not looking good.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go. What do I get to do? I get to discard another card and draw 2 cards. Oh no, just discard that card. Drop.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yep. Just draw 2 cards.
You look tired. I should
Alright.
rest.
Hopefully that.
And then it'll be your turn. I gotta do my.
Wes's turn.
Uh,
Okay. See what Wes is gonna do here.
um,
Don't forget you've got river terrain.
river terrain is.
Oh,
my
I don't
first
even
turn.
remember what river terrain does.
Moves you.
Oh, yeah, it was good. It was good.
Forward. Then I can take. I'm gonna hairspray. Maybe no. You know what? I can sprint. I might as well just sprint. I've got lots of cards, and I'm not going to play any of these equipment cards. So one. Oh no, I already played a card, didn't I? No, that was on
No.
your turn.
Yeah, that was a reaction.
Starting 3 equipment cards to move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wowza.
He's making that bear move fast.
Wowza.
Alright. And then I draw 2 cards.
And then
Bear's turn.
Bear's turn.
How many cards does he draw?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And don't forget to move yourself forward 1, Jack.
Yes. Yes.
Or-
I will
How
not
many
forget.
That's like cheating.
Okay, let's see. Huh, weird. It's not.
I'm actually gonna plant you out.
Well, I'm
Okay.
gonna play a shock and stop you from doing that.
What?
So plant prevents your runner from being moved.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
Okay.
I thought I had a different thing.
Now my shock is gone. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there's your shot.
All right, so you did move in front.
Oh man, it's being. Okay, hold on. Okay, we got it. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Yep.
Yikes.
2, 3, 4, 5 gets me. And I'm going to go ahead and play the sleeping bag that I've been holding on to. And the bear's going to move past me for his full movement, which
Mhm.
was 8. So there's 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm gonna play a shock to zap that reaction.
Okay.
The
Nice.
sleeping bag.
Wowza.
What's going on here?
Get rid of your climbing gear.
I don't know what's going on. There we go. It's being ridiculous. All right, Sam, you got it.
Ridiculous.
And the bear would pass to me, except for I'm gone. So the bear passes to Evan.
Okay.
Anybody seen my climbing gear?
Less.
I might have eaten it.
I'll look for it.
Okay, what am I gonna do now? Where am I? Am I
Way
in the
up there.
river? I'm not in the river.
Is it in your hand, Jack?
Is not in my hand.
Is it in some? Oh, yes. I actually saw when that happened. And it got drug into my hand.
Yeah.
There's no discard pile, so hairspray is not very useful. I'm going to play a push pull.
Ooh.
I'm going to pull blue forward 2, and then I'm going to move forward to the picnic table.
Okay.
And draw 2 cards. Trying to
Nice.
help you guys, but I just can't pull you fast enough.
I'm gonna play. Well, I'm gonna move for the river. So it's gonna move me 1 space. Then I'm gonna play a bear call. Bear call. Move
You're gonna
5
kill me.
spaces.
Yeah, so
2, 3, 4, 5 spaces.
When you pass me, I'm going to play a card. I'm going to play a catch up. So I can
Okay.
pull ahead.
I think
Nice.
I might be dead.
Am I allowed to play 2 reaction cards if they both are allowed?
Yeah.
I can also skip Jack's draw step.
Oh, okay.
And that also gets a couple more lower value cards, so the bear won't run as far. But I get to move one step ahead of Jack. All right.
Okay.
Evan gets to move one space because of the river.
Yeah.
And you still have your climbing gear, so you get another space, Jack.
Mm-hmm. But only on the bear's turn.
Oh,
Does somebody play a 3 to catch the bear or whatever?
someone did, yes.
Yeah.
So that he's going at least 3, and we're gonna draw like 7 cards or something.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6 cards.
Got it.
He's a
Okay.
fast runner.
Okay, well then. Card all 3. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. And then I'll move my one space for my climbing gear. And we draw 6 cards.
Oh, we might have
Oops.
dodged that one card. No, probably not.
What? Oh, man.
The clock's in the way.
TTS, man. It's always user error. There we go. 3. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
A fast bear.
6.
Yeah, I've got 11.
11? Yeah, 11.
I'll take one for the team there.
Sorry, Evan.
Oof.
Bear does not want to stay up. And then the bear token moves from Evan to
Sam?
Jack.
Jack, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then Sam is first.
No, I'm out.
Oh, okay. So Wes is first.
We lost the bear token, by the way. I don't know where it went.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, good. So I'm first. We're almost at the end. I have to move
Okay.
one. I can just discard 3 space cards, and that gets me to the end.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I shall do. 3 cards. Dash for it. Anybody stopping me?
I can't. Does that mean Wes wins?
Yes, no matter what, West will win, but multiple people can win. It's not a zero-sum game.
Okay.
We can make it together, Jack.
Yeah, in that case, I am gonna do the only thing I can, which is crawl. And I'm gonna die.
Doom you, Jack.
I'm gonna die
Right
Yep.
outside
right
the
at the
car.
end.
Yeah.
Right, reaching for the car. Wes, grab my
Save
hand.
me.
Don't
You
leave
should
me.
never have
The bear's
trusted
turn,
me,
right?
Wes
So you
says.
move
Wait, you get to draw 2 cards. Maybe you'll get a ham.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'll draw 2.
Get back.
And then I get
You could get lucky with this.
we'll
too.
just see. So okay, so now it's his turn, so I get to move one space.
Yep.
And then we just flip the discard.
It's going to be all those. And
7 cards, right?
Yeah, it was
5, 6. How many spaces does he need to move to get me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4,
7
5, 6, 7. Yeah, he got me.
All right. Yeah, that'd be 8, 9.
I'm standing on
Oh.
top of the car watching you. And
Oh, it's brutal.
It is brutal.
Wow. Eaten
Tank-
by the bear.
Tank girl for the win.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the game.
Nice.
Apparently, Wes is good at running from bears.
Yeah.
much practice.
Isn't West Canadian?
Yeah, it makes
Why would
sense.
we let someone with so much experience running from bears?
It makes
play this game?
sense.
It's too much
Yeah.
time in national parks.
He knows it's not about outrunning the bear. It's about outrunning the others.
Yeah.
That's really what we're doing. Feed your friends to the bear is what this game should be called.
Feeding frenzy?
Yeah.
No? All right.
Feeding frenzy.
Get
Spell
it?
it with friends.
Frenzy. All right.
Oh, it's terrible.
Frenzy. Okay, I'm done.
Should we start with feedback from Wes, our guest?
Yes, we should.
All
Guest
right.
West.
Well, nice and fast. We got in 2 games and plus a teach in a short amount of time, and that's
Mhm.
perfect when you got family-based games like this. So if you want to murder and trip your family and friends. Love the art, the Robert Munch's look to it. Really appealing. It's going to look great on a box cover. We're just flipping through the cards. I see that kind of light line art and heavy coloring. I found for equipment cards, I didn't see much use in playing most of them. I found I was more worried about running from bears and playing equipment. The only time I might have played it was at the beginning of the game if I had one, because I start on a picnic table, or if I happen to be on a picnic table. But it was very rare that situation came up, and I didn't ever want to stop my turn to play it. So I think there's pretty limited use when it comes to those. And one example would be the swimming gear. When your track only has 2 rivers, the chances of playing your swimming gear and using your swimming gear is going to be very rare. So I don't know if some gear, I think Jack's gear was great. That gave him permanent, and that probably got him 5 or 6 spaces in the game.
Yeah.
But I didn't see any other gear that offered that kind of perk that that I could see there. So I'd say equipment is I'm not sure about that. I love the bear movement mechanic. I like how you can strategize and play the bear call, knowing that you're going to hurt your opponents by doing it and hoping that you get far enough ahead that you can win. So there's some interesting mechanic to what you play is what the bear moves potentially. So I like that duality of the cards and mechanic that you integrated there. Add some strategy to what it on the surface looks like a non-strategic game. So, I was flipping through the rulebook earlier and looks good and clean. I would probably not finished yet, but definitely add some of the great artwork that you have. Try to integrate that into the rulebook, even if it's behind the words and kind of faded or opacity. Let's take advantage of the art that you already have in the game. But the rulebook has a nice comic look to it. I feel comfortable flipping through it, and I don't feel inundated by rules because it's compelling to the eye. When it comes to the hexes, I wasn't sure why I would ever not choose the river, and why I ever would choose the muck. I could picture myself getting pushed in the muck by somebody's push and pull, and I'd probably get mad at that. But I can't see why it would never pick the river to travel in. So I don't know if there's a mechanic that might incline you to want to walk on the walking path, or if there's any negative to walking in a river with some of the cards. So I didn't know about that. And the only other thing would be some of the wording on the cards you may want to look at for, there's a lot of times where cards could be situational. I've played Magic the Gathering for 25 years and words mean everything on these kind of games. Even if it's a simple game, having a couple of words saying this turn or any player, very particular with words, because if we don't have the person here to teach us the game, we could argue about different card meanings and when we play them and when we couldn't. So that's kind of my general feedback. I love the look of it. Like I said, I love the art. The gameplay was fast. So even though there was a player elimination concept to the game, because the game is so short, it wasn't as bad as if it was an hour-long game. And yeah, got something neat here.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I do like in your rule book how you have should I run from a bear in real life?
National Park Service.
Nice. Thanks, Wes. Did you have anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Cool.
next.
Evan,
Me?
okay, I'll go first.
Okay,
Here,
yeah.
I'll say a few things. I'm with Wes on card text. yeah, card text is definitely, it seems to me that you're very much in like a development stage with this game. Like the core loop seems like it works really well. Like Wes said, the outrunning the bear is fun. It's strategic. It's got a really good flow to it. One thing I really like to see in our second playthrough is I never once consulted these player aids, which is great. I wanted to see if I needed to, and I didn't need to. So that tells me that the core loop is really well established to the point like you probably don't need to refine that anymore. It works well. It's easy to retain and figure out. I mean, even looking at the sprinting, I knew like discard 3, move 5. That was pretty straightforward. The train types are straightforward, easy to understand. So I think that that's really great for the weight of game that I think you're probably going for. Which actually is one of my questions. Like, what is your audience or intended audience for this game?
So the reason why this is the first game that I've ever gotten to this point is because I started to go to non-gamer, or when I was talking about it with non-gamers, they actually got excited about it.
Yeah.
So it is
Okay.
supposed to be a little more, it's supposed to be casual friendly. Wes brought up
Friendly.
Wes brought up
casual friendly.
Which is heavier strategy with the way people play it. So I do want to still have that heavier element, still be interesting to people who are heavier gamers like myself, but I want this to be a game that I can take and play with my parents without them being like, wow, why am I playing a 40-page rulebook?
Yeah.
So that is where I'm aiming for. It's light gateway, on the lighter side of gateway, into casual family.
Totally. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, I think that's a good target. I think that's a good spot for it. I could imagine playing this with my parents and they would love it. And we'd be laughing and trying to get my dad eaten by the bear. It would be great. And it would work. Yeah, so okay, cool. I think I agree with, I made a note as we were playing, more chance to add equipment. So while Wes was saying, there might not be as much application for the equipment card, one thing I just found myself doing is like, maybe, that's just an optional thing you can do every turn. I don't know. I don't know if there's a better way to do it, but anything you could do to add equipment more often, because I did see, I might want to switch things up, but to switch things up, I had to seek out a park space and didn't really, or use a whole action to add equipment, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that is something you can do. So I don't know. I just didn't really want to do that. If there was another way to do it, a simple way to do it, I think the equipment could have more run.
Okay.
Longer runtime. For push pull specifically, I have a few specific notes on cards. So one is push pull. I think to me, that seems like it should only be somebody who's in front of or adjacent to you that you can pull. Okay. Right. But maybe not. I don't know. Just thinking about that from a take that, like if you're way in the back and somebody pushes you into the bear and they're way out in front of you, it's like, it's just like too much take that. For me, I don't know. So I think I might play around with that. You said that in playtesting it was confusing, being like you have to be such adjacent or whatever.
With that one, if I can add on that, I think if it was adjacent and push or pull one space, because it seems kind of broken to push somebody back to, plus you move forward to, that's a 4-space gap with a card. Pushing them into the bear just felt like a painful move when it happened.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably some way to refine it. Maybe, I don't know. That was the only one that gave me like, I had some concerns about knowing how to play it, but also like the feeling of playing the card. Let's see. Long rest. Okay, so both of these notes are one note, and really it's my last thing to say is this game benefits from short playtime. The player elimination doesn't feel so bad because the game time is short. So if you get eaten by the bear pretty early, no big deal. Someone will probably win relatively quickly and you could play again. You don't have to sit around forever. Um, anything you can do to reduce analysis paralysis is going to shorten that playtime. And I think you have two opportunities to do that with your cards. One is search the discard pile. If you either make that draw the top card from the discard pile or look at the first two cards of the discard pile, that will be much better than search the whole discard pile. Because when it gets to be 7-8 cards deep, you'll run into players with AP that'll look at those cards forever, and a 7-minute game becomes 14 minutes.
Yep.
So that's one card. With Hairspray, I would just say pull the top card from the discard pile and you can play a second card. Yeah, so even if the card's no good, or choose from the top two cards of the discard pile, something like that. The other one that's like that is Long Rest. I think something you could try, and I don't know, maybe you have tried this and you've done something different, but one of the things I thought is for Long Rest, instead of draw two cards, play an extra card, just say in your like playing this card doesn't count as an action, draw 4 cards in your draw step, so that someone gets an opportunity to look at those cards and sort through them prior to their next turn rather than in the middle of their turn. Still gives them 2 extra cards, still feels nice to be able to do. They can still take an action on their turn, but yeah, I don't know, I would probably do something like that to reduce the AP component and just move gameplay along a little bit faster. Otherwise, great. Yeah, those were all my notes. I think I had a lot of fun playing this. I really got the feeling I was running from a bear, which is a cool, it's a cool feeling, and with other people and you're pushing them and run around with them. That's kind of fun. I could imagine in real life this would play a lot faster than it did on TTS, and the tension would be a little bit heightened. It would be even more fun. I also second what Wes said about the art. I really like the art style for this. I think it plays off as, it looks really clean and polished and is eye-catching, but it also plays off as comic in like a fun, and I mean that in the funny sense of the way. Like I look at the art and I think I kind of chuckle to myself. So you're setting a good tone with the art.
Nice. Yeah, that's actually one of my biggest fears, is the art is much better than I can live up to as a designer, because this is my first game. That's like constant motivation for me to continue to improve the game, because
nice.
Gray has done such a great job with the art.
Yeah, I feel you,
That's
man.
awesome.
I've got a game with the famous artist, and I can't get anyone to sign it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's me. It's my design capacity.
Oh no. All right, Evan.
Okay, so yeah, I would definitely echo a lot of what was said. Yeah, the game weight doesn't match some of the mechanics. So yeah, like the searching the deck, playing a card and then drawing cards and then analyzing those cards and then playing another card. That kind of thing where you get, it's like multi-step analyzing, one after another while every other player's waiting. It like Jack mentioned a couple ways to kind of cut that down, and I would definitely recommend that. And like you said too, probably playing live, it's not quite as tough to watch people kind of work through that. But in a game like this, like I want my card play to do the thing, and then my turn is done. Right, whether that's draw 4 cards and I can look at those while it's other people's turns, or whatever the thing is. Just let my card play be the thing, and be done with it. Rather than like a bunch of chained actions, unless those actions don't involve a ton of analysis, like more card reading and stuff. The symbols in the upper right hand corner, you've got reaction, the RE, you've got equipment, EQ. I would just pick a symbol for each of those things, because the names are kind of like irrelevant, like it's just a name. And so the first 2 letters of a name is like, oh, okay. Make it a symbol. It's a little easier to pick what it is. Player elimination. Obviously, well, not obviously. That's definitely a pet peeve of mine, even at low player count, or not low player count, at low playtime. Um, Either like I'm gonna be on Facebook or making myself a sandwich. Even on TTS we played through a game in what was it,
Mhm.
35 minutes. Um, so it's not that rough, but it's enough to me. Like maybe in person this is only 15 minutes, right? Or that game we just played would have only been 15, and then it's even less bad, right? So it's not that bad, but I would still think about, is there a way that I can incorporate the Eaton players?
There is, and I've been working on it on the side, but it's a very different game,
Sure.
which is why it's an expansion.
Right.
I've got plans for it. Outrun the radioactive bear. You become a bear person, and you chase down your friends afterward.
Yeah.
So I am working on that,
Yeah.
but it's a very different
You
experience.
fall, you
Yeah.
fall in the river, and while they're running from the bear, you have to run away from the piranha.
Yeah.
The thought that came to my brain was you still get your card draw every turn, and you get to play reactions on behalf of other players,
Hmm.
and you get to play cards on other players, right? So you could still pull them 2 spaces back. If one player's going ahead, you could like force you can have the other player block it. So like you still have some sort of active agency in what's going on.
Mhm.
Something
It
like
could
that.
it could even just be that you play bear points in the discard. For every eliminated player, there's an additional bear card that's played for movement by the Eaton players.
Mm,
So if I'm out, I can play my 2 point energy drink to add 2 more movement spaces to the bear.
Okay.
mhm. Um, the way you described passing made it sound very complex. It
I Yeah.
it is not very complex. It is just you jump people and you don't count that as a step. It's super easy. I think your rule is great. I was just confused by it. I think that's a perfectly great way to handle that.
You should have heard it the first time I explained it and took like 5 minutes trying to explain. You move from one space to the space next to it. And if somebody's there, you can move to the space next to them.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Let's see. Turns too long. Searching decks. I already said that. Too many cards played in the turn. Yada yada. I already said that. Sucks to be out of the game. I already said that. Um, yeah. Meaningful choices. Meaningful choices. So I think for a game of this weight and likely play, you've played this in person a bunch, Sam. Is that true?
Yeah.
What's the average playtime? Did you say?
Um, so this particular version, I actually did a major overhaul
Mm-hmm.
not too long ago.
Mhm.
And I've only gotten to play that a couple times in person, but it has come down to typically about 7 minutes per player. And that's bringing in new players for their first time.
Yeah, yeah. So 14, 30. Okay, okay, yeah. That sounds about right. For the length of the game, I think your card play is meaningful enough, but there are a high percentage of turns where there's an obvious best move,
Mm-hmm.
where you're like, these are the 3 cards I have. The bear might catch me. I have to do this thing. Either play one of these cards to do this other thing, or just ditch them to do this other thing. It was not very many turns that I felt I had a meaningful decision to make.
Okay.
Sometimes, when it was like, ooh, well, I don't know what I'm going to draw. If I do that, then I might be able to go, or should I just discard all 3? There were the occasional, there were moments of meaningful decisions, but a lot of times the game was kind of playing me. It was telling me, hey, here's your next move. That's the best thing to do. And I was like, okay, I'll do that.
Okay.
That's that's the best thing to do. I'll do it. Great. Um, so I think there's some space in the card design, um, to allow just a little bit more meaningful choices. But again, in the playtime of this game, you're really, you're within the threshold of reasonable, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not like egregious, like, oh, I would never play that. It's it's just like I think you could squeeze a little bit more in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Um,
One thing on that note, Sam, one thing you might be able to do to add just a simple additional player choice would be a second use for all cards, so that you can like you already have that with the sprint option. But if you could discard a
to
single
move an
card,
extra spot or whatever.
yeah, to move an extra spot or to prevent the bear's movement by one space, that could give you enough decision space to say, do I want to use this card or do I want to ditch this card?
Okay.
That's an interesting idea.
Yeah. Also,
The
per Evan's point about player elimination, sorry, one thing I was thinking is, have you played co-op where if one person gets caught by the bear, everybody loses?
Yes, and I actually had that as an old variant. Actually, specifically the 2-player game was one
Yeah.
person, everyone loses. Right now, with the current pacing of the game in this deck, it doesn't. The bear will get somebody almost all.
Oh, I see.
the bear's gonna eat.
Yeah, you can, if you play really well, you could win in that, but you have to pretty much play perfectly. So I have been thinking about just straight co-op deck, and just as an alternative way to play, because the deck really is what ends up controlling the pacing of the bear, and I need the bear to be fast enough that it's always a threat in the competitive version, and it keeps that good pacing. Without it,
yeah, or just a co-op, like the bear paws, I assume, are the thing that affect that pacing. So you could just do a slash with a different color, so it's like green is competitive, orange is co-op, right? So if it's like 1/0 or 2/1, or the number of paw prints, which I'm not sure, are these double-sided?
They're double-sided with each other. So right now, that just when I do that on Tabletop Simulator, that makes things weird.
There
wasn't already enough weird with my mod. When I have them stacked on top of each other, like trying to lock them down just permanently locks things, and when you try to flip them and whole tables numbers. So
what I'm getting at is, are there different paw print numbers on the board on each side, like for a different player count?
So there are specifically 2. This one, not for a different player count. No.
Oh, okay.
It's based on the random setup for the game.
Yeah.
But this one has 2, this one has 2, and the other side of this one actually has 1, and the other side of this one would always have 1. This is designed for there to be an easy starter mode, where this tile would be the normal game, and then this tile is also going to be double-sided with a longer slippery slope one up here, just to make it chaotic end of the game.
Oh, interesting.
Just so you can play on different difficulty levels.
Okay, yeah, just a thought for co-op. Like maybe you could add different paw prints for co-op, or just in a different color even could be enough to add that variation to the game without duplicating everything that you're doing, or increasing your production cost.
Okay.
So just a thought. Go ahead, Evan. Sorry, I interrupted there.
Yeah, I think so. So there's definitely a win or win more thing going on based on luck of the draw, right? If the person ahead draws the bear call or whatever, and they get to move 5 spaces, and whoever's behind is gonna get eaten. It's like, because it's +3 bear movement. Like you've definitely got some win or win more stuff in here based on draw luck. And again, at your play length, it's not that big a deal. But you could still massage it a little bit. There's still some attention that could be given to it, if you wanted to. Now that being said, the winner win more issue is not really an issue in a co-op setting.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, so I would be very curious to play this game co-op. I think for me, it would fix a lot of um, the feelings that I had about getting eaten early, and having somebody move me away I didn't want to move. Like if we're all working together, it actually kind of mitigates a lot of that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And if somebody is already ahead, they're not going to play the bear call because they don't want to get the last person eaten, right? So that you're kind of solving the winner win more as well. I'd be very curious to see a co-op version. I'm not even convinced that you need a separate deck or a separate number on the pause or anything. I think anyway. I'd be very curious to see that. I have another question. What was the resolution of after you pull out the cards from you? So you flip over the discard deck and you draw a number of cards equal to the pause, and then add up the pause in the corners. What do you do with those cards when that's done?
They get sent to the bottom of the runner deck.
To the bottom of the runner deck. What was the problem with? Oh, because then there's no randomness, and you want randomness. Okay. Okay. I was envisioning a scenario where you don't flip over the discard deck. You just do whatever's on top.
Oh.
Kind of like as if everything was a bear call.
Yeah. So that's actually, it's not a randomness thing. It's the players that have control over it. So in this game, last player actually has a huge advantage because they always know where safety is. Safety's one space ahead of anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
First player always has a major disadvantage in that they have no idea where safety is going to be because nobody else has ever moved.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, I gave first player the ability to somewhat control the bear with the cards that they're playing in there, which kind of offsets that a little bit. Then on top of that, I made it so players went from that strongest position down to the weakest position, in order to make sure that you don't end up stuck in a stronger or weaker position for too long.
If my card that I play is definitely gonna be drawn for the bear movement, wouldn't that be doing that more?
Could you rephrase that question? I didn't quite understand it.
If we're just stacking up on the discard, and then you just move the bear based on what's in the discard from top down, wouldn't that guarantee that the card I play will be more likely to affect the bear's movement?
If you're the first player, yes. If you're the last player, no.
Isn't that the direction you wanted to incentivize, though?
Yes. Well, the direction that I wanted to incentivize.
Yeah.
What I wanted to do was I wanted to try to balance out the two turns against each other. So first player gets the bonus of more control over the bear, to offset the unknown of where safety will be.
Oh, how's the first player getting more control with the current system?
Because their card that they play is guaranteed to be drawn
because you flipped
by the bear.
Yeah.
Because you flipped
The discard pile totally goes away at the end of every round.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, it's put on the bottom of the draw pile.
Got it.
Whether it was used or not, it goes away.
Got it. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Yeah, there's just and again, probably in live it doesn't matter. In tabletop simulator, that whole mechanism is pretty fiddly. And I would think about changing it, but
live it works out in 3 seconds. You just
yeah,
flip it.
right.
5.
Yeah, this game is designed to be played in person, and so I don't think it's an actual issue. Let's see. So, main points: overhead versus meaningful action, strategic depth versus meaningful action. Right? I think for your playtime, like I said, I think you can massage the cards a bit, as far as like all the repeated actions and stuff. But I think for playtime, it's not bad. Production cost versus perceived value. You're running into a potential issue with all of those modular boards.
So it's 7 boards. I did get a quote from Long Pack Games
Mhm.
to produce it. In a small print run, it's $7 a copy.
So you're
35,
that's a lot, man.
40.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
'Cause-
run into about $40,
Well, you're not including shipping.
right?
It's more than 40.
Yeah.
You're at like $60
Mhm.
MSRP, which for a 20-minute 30-minute game.
I might be wrong about the $7 a copy.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I did the math on it before.
Okay.
And what I did for shipping was based on the box size. I
Okay.
was able to guesstimate it'd be basically double. Landed cost would be double the actual production of Long Pack.
Mhm.
Based
You
on
don't
the
remember
box
what that
size and
was?
everything. What?
You don't remember what that was?
No,
Okay.
I'd have to go through the emails and everything.
Yeah.
So it might actually be less.
Okay.
I might have finally got it down to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, even then,
5 times 5.
if your landed cost is $10,
Mhm.
your MSRP is $50,
50.
and
But that's also a 1,500 copy run.
right, yeah,
So that's
Yeah.
super small time run, which basically means this game's only going to Kickstarter, and MSRP
Right.
doesn't really matter. And then
that's true.
the profit's just going to be my cut there, so it doesn't really matter at that print run.
That's true.
If I hit the 5,000 print run, that brings that MSRP into
Mhm.
balance at about $35, which is
Yeah.
what I'm aiming for the Kickstarter.
Okay. Yeah, I just want you to be aware that if you ever did plan on like going into distribution and being sold in game stores, that there could be an issue there.
Yeah.
Let's see. Audience production versus perceived value. We already talked about that. Perceived value. That's an issue if it's going to retail more. Because if you're kind of discounting based on the fact that you're not going into distribution and stuff on the Kickstarter, then you can kind of mitigate that a bit.
Mhm.
And so it's not as big a deal. We just have to keep in mind, playtime and game weight dictates value as far as a customer is concerned, regardless of kind of the bits that are in it to some degree.
Yeah.
The zing factor, table presence, gimmicks, is it unique? Is it satisfying? And I think your game really excels on this one. Right? You've got the bear is chasing you, you've got your different routes. I'm playing some cards and running away from a bear. Like I think you're scoring really high marks on that one. Where like I want to play that game. The bear's chasing me. That's awesome. I love that.
That's why conventions have been enjoyable.
Yeah. So you put this on a table, people are going to walk by and be like, "What's that bear doing? He's trying to eat you. You want to try? You want to run? Yep."
You do a space alien and a ship too. Same concept.
Yeah. Core loop versus progression. Your game's short enough where you don't really have to worry about that. You're running from the bear. Don't get caught. Yeah, so I think those are my big notes. All the stuff I said.
Nice.
Overall, though, you know, like I said, I think you can massage some turn length stuff, but overall you've got a short playtime, like awesome to look at running from a bear. Right? I'm sure when people are playing this in person, they're laughing, right? When they pull somebody else back 2 spaces or whatever.
Right people.
Yeah, yeah.
What'd you say?
The right people.
The right people.
Oh yeah.
My audience, yes. So I think I'm excited about this, man. I think you got I think it's going to be good.
Cool. Thank you.
What did I miss?
I think that's great, Evan. Yeah, Wes, do you have any additional points from any of the feedback that's been listed, or?
No, I mean, you guys covered a lot there. I had fun playing it. Like Evan said, I like the visuals. So having that big bear going down the path, that would be
Awesome.
an eye catcher from a distance. So it's nice to have a gimmick like that, whether it's an Everdell tree or a dark tower. Even in a game like this, having something like that just draws people to your table and catches interest. And if you have people, you know, yelling at you, "Why'd you trip me?" You know, at conventions, that just draws people. So that's a great thing to have in a game.
Yeah. It's awesome. Well, Sam, how can people follow along if people want to play test Outrun the Bear, if they want to, you know, follow you and Sneaky Brick Games? Where do we find you? How do we get connected? All of that.
Not by looking up Sneaky Brick Games. Like I said,
Okay.
when I was first asked about that name, you will not find anything on it.
I actually put a link to your YouTube in the show notes. Hopefully that's the right spot.
Outrunthebeargame.com.
Okay.
Yeah. So my wife's a web designer and has made a beautiful website for me. So
Outrunthebeargame.com.
Yep. Outrunthebeargame.com. It
I'll
has all
update
that
that.
information. You're able to find the TTS mod there.
Cool.
People can they learn how to buy and download TTS. So
Nice.
try to make it as easy as possible from that one website.
Nice. It's awesome.
TTS is $7.49 for a limited time.
$7.49.
Yeah, that's right. Now is a good time to get TTS and get everybody in your Facebook group or Discord server, whatever it is that you have to download TTS. Now is the time.
The show is not sponsored by TTS.
It is not.
Yeah.
It is not.
No, but that would be great.
I'm actually
So
I'm still planning to learn a different one.
If it was sponsored by TTS, they wouldn't let you play a mod that I made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they might do your mod for you because you're on the show.
Right?
That's our goal one day.
Did you have somebody pay us to do this?
Yeah.
I tried Tabletop Playground, Tabletopia. I've built mods on all those different platforms.
Have you done Tabletop Playground?
Yeah, I have. It's just a lot more finicky
Is it?
to create the game and to get people to play the game. I just find TTS, as much as it has its downfalls,
Yeah.
of the three that I've used, it's the easiest to build and the easiest to play.
And
Yeah.
what's the third? Tabletopia?
Tabletopia, yeah. I find that
Yeah.
one's even harder. It costs more because you have to pay per game that you make, and
Oh,
if you're
yeah.
a game designer, that'll cost you a fortune.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. Because I've always got like
And you have to pay
87
extra if you
half-made
wanna-
things.
If you want to build it on mobile, because I've done that before, you have to pay even more so that you can have it on mobile.
Yeah. Yeah. Pricey. It gets up there for sure. Yeah, cool. Well, Sam, thanks a lot for
Thank you guys so
joining
much.
us. Did you have
For the feedback, I really appreciate it. I'll see what I can do about it.
Yeah. Did you have any questions that we didn't answer in what we talked about?
No, I think you guys pretty much hit the nail on the head. A lot of the stuff actually clarified some of the other general feedback that I've gotten, which is actually something that I really appreciate from what you guys have been doing with this show.
Good.
Because of the live stream format and the longer form talk in somewhat rambly sometimes, you're able to really get the deeper understanding of the feedback. I've done paid playtests for this game several times, and some of the stuff that comes back very quick and they'll highlight problems, but you've got no idea the actual context. So
Yeah, you get a lot of quick generic feedback with those. I've done those too, where you pay somebody $100, send them your mod, and you get like 2 paragraphs of feedback.
This has absolutely been great, and I'm happy that you guys played my game. I've enjoyed watching you guys play other people's games. I've enjoyed playing other people's games on this, and I think the service is something that really any designer should be looking into right now. So
awesome, thanks, man. Well, you know, we're honored to have you as our first like, what do you call it? Repeat viewer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it the first time you played 2 games on the same show as well?
Yeah, it is. Definitely.
Well, we've had.
I mean, if you don't count Levi Moats, because we redid his.
That was 2 separate sessions, yeah.
2 separate sessions of the same one.
Yeah.
No, but Sam is our, like, he's always in the chat. He's always watching.
Yeah.
You're our first Uber fan.
Is there anyone in the chat tonight?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
think
they're
so.
all asleep. Everybody
He likes to
everybody who
swing by
views
and
is
say hi.
East Coast.
That's
Catch it
Central.
early.
Well, anyway, yeah, man, I really appreciate you always, you know, watching our stuff and being a fan, and it was a pleasure to be able to check out your game and give you some feedback that's hopefully useful. And
Yeah, no, definitely will be. Thank you.
so we've got Jack Dunbar, Wes Woodbury, Sam Barmettler. I'm Evan Halbert, and go check out Outrun the Bear Game.
Yeah.
.com.
Was playtest this.
And wait for it.